out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the Jack Dowel Motorsports Tuesday night NASCAR Truck Series here at Atlanta. Qualifying already completed, folks. Timing issue on my own part, but we're going to go ahead and look at the race info as you see that coming across as they are doing their warm-up laps right now, getting everybody out of there that doesn't need to be there. Of course, we are here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, same place we were last time, yesterday and Sunday. So if you are here, do appreciate you. Be sure to hit that like button and all that good stuff. It's 1.52 mile speedway, 24 degree bank, just about. It's absolutely wild, folks. It is a crazy track, crazy place for those trucks to be. It's going to be an absolute blast here at hot Atlanta. Speaking of 83 degrees tonight, 107 degrees on the track side temperature. So be prepared for some crazy action here. About 130 so laps we're going to have for you. Let's go ahead and run through where everybody qualified real quick. Show you the results from qualifying. Of course, here for the Jack Dowel Motorsports, brought to you by them. You can check them out on Facebook. They are an absolute blast. We talked to him a couple times. Mr. John Walda there has life-size simulators. It's pretty dope. Jeremy Paris coming in with that top qualifying time. Matt White had a really good showing last night and they finished second. Claude Furland, they're in third. Brandon Minto, another good run last night in the Xfinity's. Jeff O'Rourke, John Crow, Lauren Jones, Sylvain Jolly, Channing, Ballou, and Ron Fitting running top 5. So speaking of, since we got, right now we're doing a little bit of warm up before everybody grids out. Let's see if we have Mr. Jeremy Paris. Don't see him. That's all right. It is what it is. But I tell you, we do have Mr. John Bawalda. Mr. Bawalda? Mr. Bawalda, how are we doing tonight?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is James in the booth. I guess I should have led with that.
Oh, what's up, brother? How are you?
Hey,
I
man,
thought it was, but I was like, I wasn't sure.
I'm well. So, you know, you sponsor the series. I wanted to just have you tell the folks a little bit about what you guys do, and then ask you a quick question about the track before we run into grid here.
Man, well, so, you know, I'm a medically retired Army veteran. I got out of the Army after 10 years of working on Army helicopters, and, you know, was traveling all over the world, all over the country, fixing helicopters and stuff, and got out just in time for COVID to take over and shut the world down. And while everybody else was locked in their house, I was driving 3 retired NASCAR amusement rides cross country, and put the first of 3 inside the house, built iRacing, set up all the way around it, started picking up sponsors to start putting, you know, things inside the car and updating it. Bought a 28-foot trailer and going to start taking it to events. Having fun doing the eSports stuff, you know, as a fun pastime, and to try and get my name out here. So I appreciate the platform to be able to talk about what we're doing. And worked with Chris Claude, who's been a great commissioner with the league, and look forward to, you know, what next season has in store for. Oh, and if you look at the trackbookings.com, we are at trackbookings.com is a race car rental service where you can go online on their website and rent a race car for the day if you want. And Jack Dowel Motorsports is the first racing simulator on their website, so we were proud of that. And yeah, then you know, I don't know how much time we've got left to talk, but I could, you know, talk your ear off for the rest of the race.
Well, we're going a little bit over, John, so I'll just let you go. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end, and you can give a shout out as well, but I appreciate the information, sir.
I appreciate it. Have a good night.
You as well. So that was John Bawalda, title sponsor here. So we're going to go ahead and hit where everybody is at with the grid. Jeremy Paris going to be starting out in that pole position. Matt White going to be on the outside, row number 2. Row 3 is going to be Brandon Minto and Claude Verlet. Row 3 going to be John Crow and Jeff O'Rourke. Row 4, Lauren Jones and Sylvian Jolly. Row 5 going to be Channing Ballou and Ron Fitting. Then we have Finn Robinson and Aaron Mack, row number 6. Row 7 going to be Stoney Benefield and Jacob Sazala. Then we have Brandon Loomis and Jarrett Phillips. Bennett Allen and Mark Brewster, Chris Claude, and Brian Tarnowski. Row number 11, David Swift and Bob Nestor. Then we have Michael Eden and Steve Herring, row number 12. Row 13, John Wilco, Gabriel Lafray. Then we have Tony Burt and Eugenio Alonso, Dan Morgan and Rich Jett. Then we have John S. Bawalda, of course, and Matt Macon. So I do hear the admin. I will get that sorted out and see what the deal is with the paints. Looks like on my end everything's right. We'll reset them shortly here in a moment, but right now we're going to be going green here after the laps. 135 laps today. It's going to be a blast. As here we go, light the fires, kick the tires. Jeremy Paris going to be getting them going. Matt White in second place. Claude Ferdinand and Brandon Minto following up behind. We saw the race yesterday, Atlanta kind of working like a super speedway. So got to watch out for that. Got to watch out for the drafting, working those lines. Matt White is going to be really good at it. because he's done it all last night. As everybody is working right now, side by side there. Whoa, a little bit of broadcaster's course on the 08 Sylvian Jolly. Just like we did last night, holler out who you want to see some more of. That's what I like to do, especially on these long races. It helps me get through the back of the field, gives some time as well. Because let me be honest with you, if I'm sitting here on the ones and twos, if there's a good race up front like at Atlanta, these guys are going to be battling pretty much the whole time. So Zala, let's go Zala, number 37. We'll fix that. Trying to work his way through here. And if you know anybody that's streaming over on Twitch or Facebook or whatever, let me know. I will put their information up here. I can even share their stream. So you guys get a little bit different way to watch the race, something you may have not known. As we are working here, everybody trying to get to the back. Oh, trouble. The 95 of John Crow. Let's take a look here. Got to call out for O'Rourke as well. As John Crow definitely wins the paints. Let's I got my we're gonna fix my thing. As that 95 just gets bent out of shape. And then the 50 comes in last minute there, Ron Fitting. Let's take a look from his perspective, what he saw on the nose. Just nowhere to go. And then, oh, more happened after that. What was going on with the 62? Unfortunate. So while this is going on, we're going to go ahead and reset our paints. Make sure everything is up to date here. So speaking about the race and where we are here, so we're making sure those paints get up to date for you. They do have the red line rule. You can go below that line if you're qualifying or whatever and you want to get some speed going on to the infield, you can. However, how this is going to look is if you advance your position below that line, you are looking at a penalty. We saw that last night. Last lap pass for the end kind of came down to that. So 1 to go. Matt White, Jeremy Paris, Brandon Minto. As you'll see, I'm sorry to break the immersion there. A couple of these drivers getting their paints refreshed. Paris and Minto working here. Focus on some other drivers. Of course, Bob Nestor finished 3rd last night in the Xfinity Series. These guys are racing 3 nights a week, and it's all on Sunday night. NASCAR very happy to say that we were able to bring them in. Bring them all under one roof as Matt White has the button in the 48 machine. As there we go, getting gone, the 48 of Matt White. Working that Craftsman Ford, Chevy, sorry. Cardinal Sin just now. Side by side, top 4 breaking away here. To just take a look at that push and where these guys are going to be working. As we're a lot more spread out than we were throughout the weekend. These trucks are a little bit more, because they're not as powerful as those Xfinity cars, you're not going to see as much organized. But you are going to see drafting, and these trucks can hook up. You can hook up and push if you do it right. Drag that brake if you're the front car, hammer down if you're the second. Lock bumpers and basically get 2 engines for the price of 1. As it's up to Matt White if he wants to stick with the 12 of Brandon Minto and that US Air Force 12. Chevy's all the way down so you get to 5th. Not a single Ford in the top 10. In fact, only 4 Fords in the whole race right now. Chevy's the favorite. A couple Toyotas. So right now, lap 11 of 135. If you're Matt White, you're just kind of plugging away. You're gonna have to come in for fuel at some point. So you know you're gonna have at least a couple stops. If you're gonna have a couple stops, you might as well take your time here. Be the fuel hog if you have to. Because overall, these drivers are pretty much behaving through the field. Not seeing too much of anybody being wild. Trucks however, they are susceptible to that side draft. So if you want to slow down the lane in front of you, what you have to do is get down in that quarter panel of the truck beside you, dump that air on their spoiler, slows them down, and it essentially pulls the e-brake on that whole line. It can slow them down if you do it right, but it takes a lot of skill. It's dangerous if you don't have that skill, if you're not used to doing it. It's dangerous if you do have the skills. There we go, the top line trying to form up. That 09 of Brandon Loomis working his way through. Trying to get up there to help out this top line, but so far nothing doing. Let's fix some of these cameras while I got a moment. So we can, throughout the day, go down and get some good camera angles here. We're taking a look at our leader, Matt White. Got a whole field behind him. Second place, Brandon Minto now taking a look at white. Appreciate you staying with me for that. Of course, we are brought to you by Jack Dowel Motorsports, as always, here on the Tuesday Night Truck Series. Top line absolutely falling apart here. Everybody bailing. We saw this. The top line can work, folks. It can absolutely work. You just gotta keep it organized. And right now, the top line having trouble. People bailing to the bottom, trying to improve position. And pretty much it's the white and Minto show. As you're watching in the chat, we are live right now. It is March 21st, 7:47 Central. Go ahead and hit me up in the chat. I would love to talk to you. Also, hit that like button. Get ready for the spiel. You're going to hear it a couple more times tonight. If you hit that like button, you're not doing it for me. I don't make a dime off that like button. But what you're doing is you're doing it for those drivers. Because those drivers, what that likes and those comments tell YouTube, they tell it to put the video in front of more people. Because people are liking it, people are talking about it. So we're going to go ahead and put it on there for you, on their page. They're recommended. So it helps these drivers and these sponsors get a little bit extra screen time for some folks that may not be into racing and may not understand, and they come in and, hey, you might start somebody's journey by hitting that like button and contributing to the sport. As we see, take a look at Jeff O'Rourke in the number 5. Already been shouted out. We've got O'Rourke and Zala. Portland, Maine. Currently rocking that bottom line in that Tegrity Farms. I've seen a lot of Tegrity Farms cars in my different leagues. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on there, but as we do have lap traffic coming up. We saw this last night. Could be huge because lap traffic caused almost every incident that, oh, cautions, maybe I called it too early. Brandon Loomis gets low. Huge checkup, no caution yet as the 63 of Bob Nestor. Still no caution. There we go, gonna get the caution. Let's take a look at what happened. Alonso involved? Not Alonso involved. I think Zala was involved in that one. Let's take a look. This is after everything. Give me a second. Let me find it for you, folks. You deserve that. Shout out Black Bullet Racing, D&T Designs tonight. So this happened in front of Nestor. Just a huge checkup. Oh, it gets freaking meleeed. Walda getting through. Aaron Mack. Jeez. But because the caution came out so late, it's going to be hard to find it every time. So just be aware of that. That's why we are where we are. There's a little bit different view of it. But it is what it is. So Black Bullet Racing and D&T Denies racing tonight. Piston Rods and Dad Bods. Oh, first of all, fantastic name. Let me know which drivers those are. So we are on lap 24 of 135. Stage racing tonight. Let me see. As I'm filling in for the amazing Dave Regal. So if the voice sounds different and slightly worse, that's why. Mr. Regal on a well-earned vacation here. As we're still single file. Again, if you know of anybody at all that's streaming this stuff on Twitch, tell me. I will talk to them. Love to bring them in. Get through there. So I might be able to look in here. Maybe I can look and see who's streaming on Twitch. Excuse me. As we're side by side here, Matt White, Brandon Minto, still your top two. Smash that like button. Let's hear it in the stands. Second caution of the night. As that aim high Air Force. Air Force. The favorite branch of everyone that didn't join the Air Force. Matt White, Brandon Minto, Brandon Loomis, Gabriel Lafreniere, Claude Furlan, Jeff O'Rourke. So we're going to get rolling. Huge jump. Matt White out real far. I think Minto was trying to get down. It's up front. Finn Robinson's going to use his momentum in that Toyota. Get up there. He's all on his own right now. Hopefully someone else can get up there and help. He's going to lose that position to the 12 of Brandon Minto. But you had to take a leap as here comes the 15 of Bennett Allen. Working his way through there. As another Integrity Farms machine going to come up and get the push. Top line rocking. 26, Finn Robinson. Got a shout out for Brandon Loomis. Rookie Brandon Loomis and Black Bullet Racing mixing up with the leaders. Oh, we got a car in the wall. 15, Bennett Allen having trouble holding it together. Going to pop out of line. He's trying to hold it in the wall. Stay out of everybody. That could cause issues later on as we're 3 wide. Now he's going to pop back in safely. Good move by Bennett Allen to get it in there and be safe for now. Coming down the backstretch, this group of drivers All trying to work together. Oh, car to the wall. We're going to be a big wreck. This is going to be a road wreck. Roadblock. Jeez Louise. Wake up, James. It's the 4 machine. Tony Bird involved in that one. Take a look. As that's going to end the stage here, lap 30. So I imagine the next lap's going to be lap 60. So Tony Burt was involved. So let's see whether he came in on the end of this. He did. It was the 87 and the 09. Remember that. It's Jarrett Phillips. Oh, 4 comes in last minute there. So a lot of folks electing to come down pit road after that stage break caution. Matt White, Finn Robinson, Gabriel Lafreniere, Claude Furland, Brandon Minto, and pretty much everybody on back. Electing to come down pit road. Zilla, we do have the replay, so if you want to get up there, hey, you can come in and then holler at us, mix it up. I appreciate you showing up again today. As here's Bawalda, up 30 positions, a little bit different strategy, kind of sacrificing stage position to come out. Last pit lap 23, Brian Tarnowski as well. They're in that pink breast cancer awareness 28 machine. As we are one to go, make sure to keep those likes coming, folks. Again, don't do it for me. Do it for these drivers. That great YouTube algorithm. As pit speeds coming down pit road, some of the fastest drivers found their way up front. Only 2 right side tires for Matt White. So he got out in front of everybody on his pit cycle. Still some drivers down pit road trying to get some stuff fixed. 05 Jeremy Paris started in second. Racing for my hubby. Rooting for my hubby, number 73. Brewster, Hua. He must be an Army guy. Mark Brewster there. Let's take a look. See what he says in his bio. Oh, nothing. That's okay. Hua. Hoopla. Sounds like a lot of. Pace car is going to come down. Brian Tarnowski, John Espawal are going to have a chance to lead from the front. As there we go, 28 Brian Tarnowski gets a little bit of push from behind. Working the group. Bawalda, Matt White, Finn Robinson, Gabriel Lafreniere. So somebody's getting in the battle. That's Eugenio Alonso after some bad luck last week. Looks like he either doesn't want to mix it up or got a little bit loose, and oh, maybe he didn't want to mix it up. Looks like a smart move from here. Car's on their lid. The 37's still going for a ride. Ends up good. Jeez Louise. That's Jacob Zala. Oh, looks like Matt White comes down, gets into the 28, Brian Tarnowski, and then all hell breaks loose after that. So let's take a look at what Bennett Allen saw. He's going to get through unscathed. As it looks like the 06 was just pushing the pusher into the turn. That's not good. Unfortunate. If you see the 12 and the 37 together, let's take a look at their point of view. This is how young race cars are made. From Zala, unfortunate there. This has been a rough start to the season. You know what? Sometimes this happens, and it gives these drivers something to look forward to, you know, once they start getting ready and they start getting up. It's a long season here in the Truck Series. It's a win in your in season, especially here on the service. But boys and girls, this is how little baby trucks get made. But you know what? Here's where adversity comes through, because some of these drivers are going to quit. Some of these drivers are going to say, you know what? To heck with this. I'm out of here. I don't need this, blah, blah, blah. Not realizing that this is very similar to the real world. It's not always going to go your way. Sometimes you're going to have some bad races, and sometimes they're going to come in a row. But if you stick with it and you stay in the car and you come back week in, week out, I promise you, you're going to end up in the playoffs, because that's how this works. You show up, you show that you're going to be consistent, and at least get in the car. Hey, your day's going to come. Troublemakers are going to get kicked out, and you are going to make it and have a good run. But that's, you know, that's a part of it. Let's see who in the booth we can talk to that may have hit some incidents there. Talk with Mr. Brandon Loomis. We got the one to go, so we're going to talk with Brandon Loomis in a moment. Well, no, we're not. He's out on the field. Maybe Zala, if he's still in here. No, he's not. That's okay. No worries. But I watch a lot of races, folks. Owning a broadcasting company, you watch a lot of leagues, and that's the way it works. Guys that stick around and hang in there are going to make it to the end. As John Espawalda, speaking of, going to get going here in that 51 machine. 06 of Gabe Lafreniere. Both of these drivers started in the back. Gets rolling. Good start on both sides. We saw it in the Xfinity Series as well. Some of these drivers ended up, it wasn't about who was right, it was about who was left. John Buwalda going to lead the race. That Chevrolet looking real good. Buwalda, Furlan. These trucks do not take the pushes as well if it's not lined up exactly straight, because they're not going as fast. It's kind of counterintuitive, but 170 through the stretches, and if you get these rears lifted up on those pushes and it's not exactly in the right spot, they're liable to get upset with you. heavy pieces, heavy blocks powering through the air. If you get them even a little bit bent out of shape, they're going to come around on you. As lap 39 of 135 down. Oh, as 15 gets pushed below the yellow line. The red line, I suppose. What we're going to do, we're going to stick it on the leader, and we're going to do a side-by-side, or we're going to do our turn it up segment, so stick around. We'll be right back. You're not going to miss a thing, because we're turning it up. As there we go, looks like Dan Morgan involved in something. He's gonna go back there. The rule of broadcasting is if you want a caution, go to commercial. There's, oh, whoa, 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 80 gets clobbered. I'm not sure what happened there. As he got the all clear is what I'm hearing. He got the all clear. As, oh, yep, not clear. Spotter made the wrong call there. That's gonna do it. As Bawalda still leading. Some folks electing to come down pit road right now, maybe fix some damage. In fact, that seems to be the look. All these cars are pretty damaged. So John Bawalda is going to be up front from that truckbookings.com. I'm sorry, trackbooking.com. over there, you can actually rent race cars. Is where I've originally seen it, if you're interested in racing. But he was saying this guy has full-size simulators that he uses, and that he built himself. You can check out the builds online. It's really cool stuff. But he takes those around, and now you can rent them from trackbooking.com, trackbookings.com. As side-by-side racing right now, John Vivalda, Gabriel Lafreniere, Jeff O'Rourke, Alonso, Buenos Aires, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Ben and Allen, Sylvian Jolly, David Swift, and Mark Brewster, your top 10 right now. As we are stage racing, I appreciate you, Brandon Sheridan, hollering at me. So lap 60 is going to be the stage break. Is John Vivalda going to get him going? Give that safety belt a tug as we are rocking here. Y'all Ferdinand going to be the pusher. As driver's trying to get down, Bennett Allen going to be leading that, being the last one in the train there. He's going to see how long Lafreniere is going to stay up top on his own. We've seen that you can kind of make it work if you do a really aggressive stage. Or aggressive side draft, I apologize. Another caution gonna come out. Tony Bart involved in this one. Eugenio Alonso. I don't know what the heck happened there. Let's take a look inside Eugenio Alano's cockpit. So that's where this started. That was super weird. That was super odd. Of course, the chopper shot's not going to give us anything. Well, I think that was as bad a netcode as I've ever seen. Horrible netcode on the 4 and the 86. I hate that for him. That's the 4 of Tony Burt. He's in the pits. Let's talk to him. Tony, it's James in the booth. You got me. Tony, it's James in the booth here for Sim Racing Media. Do you got me? Nope, no connection there with Tony. That's okay. That's okay. No worries. It happens. Hope I sent him to the same right back to the same spot. Not sure. Hey, you know what? It happens. Who knows? Hey guys, it's James in the booth. Did I send Tony back to where he's supposed to be, or is he supposed to be in Bullet?
No, he's here. He's here with us.
Okay, cool. Alright, I couldn't get a hold of him, but Eugenio, you were involved in that one as well, correct?
Yep.
So, terrible netcode there. Tell us about how the car was handling and what was going on there.
I really don't know what happened. Car in front of me take a loose. He got a little loose. Maybe I go high, but really don't know.
Yeah, just coming in here from watching the broadcast, that was some terrible netcode. I think you're about a foot off, and then it kind of pushed you high. So, good luck moving forward. How's the truck feeling?
Thank you, man.
10-4. Well, I'll let you guys go. Good luck moving forward. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of the race. As John Dowel and Gabriel Lafreniere now going to lead him around. Claude Ferdinand, Jeff O'Rourke. As green flag is out. Take a look more down that. Okay. Usually, Zilla, because we saw that kind of pop from that left rear, that's indicative of what this simulation thought was a collision on the wheel. So it popped that right rear up, and then that's what unsettled him into it. Otherwise, I would agree with you. And for the sake of realism, we can say that the draft sucked him in. But most likely that's a problem of netcode. It's where if you guys don't know, and maybe I'm over explaining here, but I got nothing but time. Netcode is when iRacing, the way that these simulations work, and the way that really any online game you play with other people works, is the computer anticipates what your next move is going to be based on your input. So if your input to the server lags in any way, iRacing, the server, anticipates that. So it anticipates your next move based on the input that it last got. Especially the return, you may see this a lot, where it may think that your last move is to drive up, when in reality you did not give that input, you didn't see it on your screen. That's where this thing got kind of caught up. It kind of that's what netcode is visually we're seeing one thing, but the simulation has anticipated something different happening because it lost input or something. It's not it's very rare, but it does happen. As we see lap car up there, gonna be tagged. As everybody's kind of spreading out right now because of the restarts. Moving in a little bit different ways. The 06, Gabriel Lafreniere. this is the first group. Then Mark Brewster and Eugenio Alonso. Alan Mack out on his own, and then Channing Ballou's got a group coming. Matt White, Rich Jett, John Wilco, Jeremy Paris, David Swift, Brian Tarnowski, and Sylvia Choi. Yeah, internet connection is going to play a huge factor in that as well. If iRacing doesn't get that input, it's going to guess, and you know, 99% of the time it guesses right. That's where a lot of people get netcode wrong, is they only see when it messes up. They don't see when it does right, which is literally all it's doing right now, is anticipating these moves based on the input it gets from the server. It's hard to put 30 cars on the same track at the same time, inches apart from each other, and get it right all the time. Believe it or not, I don't get paid by them. As the 73 of Mark Brewster, fellow soldier there, coming to the line in 7th. We've got a lot of entries into the top 10. As here's the last lap before the stage break. This really matters. So we're going 1 and 2, Bawalda and Jeff Rourke. O'Rourke on the top side, Bawalda down there at the bottom. Top 5. As they come to the line, give it to Bawalda, Jeff O'Rourke, Claude Furlan, Eugenio Alonso, Mark Brewster, Bennett Allen, Channing Ballou, and Matt White. Well, of course, Zilla. Of course you have to blame it on somebody. It's not our fault when we make mistakes. I'm just jealous that you get to race. I don't remember the last race I was in. But, you know what? I enjoy what I do. I love it up here in the booth. Especially times like this where we get to talk to our stage winner, Mr. John Bawalda. So now we get to talk yet again to Mr. John Bawalda. John, congratulations on the stage win.
Man, that was awesome. From I think dead last or very close to it to finish first place in stage 2. That was great. Hopefully we can keep this position and get stayed, you know, end this way as well.
Absolutely. Do you want me to keep talking to you while you pit, or you good?
Well, you just reminded me I need to pit.
There you go. So I guess I can keep talking to you then as payment. So
yeah, I think we might have a few seconds.
There you go. So John, you made the call to come in early stage 1. Did you know you could make it no issues for stage 2 to get those points?
No, honestly, I was just going in to check my tire wear and topped off on fuel while I was in there, and then the next caution came out and I realized that I didn't need to go in. My tire wear was fine, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay out here, and if anybody wants to fight me for it, they can have it. And then I realized that I had one of the faster trucks that were, you know, up front, and decided to, you know, go for it. I don't know what happened and it unfolded behind me, but there was a quick caution after that. I just wanted the one, you know, the extra point for leading the lap, and I was ready to fall back, pull my chute, and cycle back to the rear. But I decided to stay in it and you know, try and get some stage points out of it. I didn't think that, you know, I was going to get the stage win, but I'll take it.
There you go. Well, good stage points and that playoff point as well. So congratulations, and hopefully we can keep it rolling for you, John.
I appreciate that. Hopefully we'll talk again at the end of the race.
Absolutely. So there you have it. Did start dead last, by the way, starting 32nd position. And said he came down to check his tires and then realized, hey, I'm good on fuel. Let's go ahead and keep it rolling. Tires not really an issue here, guys. We found that out in every series that has raced here. Again, they race Sunday nights. Monday nights they run the Xfinity. And then Tuesday nights they race those trucks. So we've been watching them all week long. All these drivers coming down, figuring this out. And tires not a very big deal. So Bawalda going to lead him out. For light, blue, Matt White. That 11, that's Lauren Jones. He's going to be sent to the back with a couple others there. Chris Claude, namely. They're driving back. Letting everybody by here. So we have the one to go. They're going to form up. And we're going to run through our most mentioned names in the chat and see where everybody's at right now. As John Bawalda is going to have the button once they get to the Geico restart zone here to complete stage number 3. Our 7th caution of the night. First scheduled caution. As off he goes after checking a little bit up. Everybody working there, trying to get to that bottom line, bailing on the top as soon as they have the opportunity. As we're on board. John Bawalda here. That was Bawalda and Channing. Claude Furlan, Matt White, Jeremy Gross, and Ben Allen. Your top 6. Mark Brewster gets Aaron Mack. We do have a penalty. Mark Brewster going to have to serve a drive-through penalty. Who's the 85? David Swift. I don't know. I haven't seen anything from the 85 that would make me think he would or would not be suspended. Might be missing something. But I tell you what, the racing's up front. Bawalda trying to hold off these lines. We're on lap 69 of 135. Nice lap is Bennett Allen going to work the bottom line. Channing Ballou going to try and make that top line work. He's got some help now, trying to get formed up, and just as I say it, he's going to dip down. He doesn't want anything to do with it. Doesn't want to get bent out of shape here, but I don't know what the call was. Now it's going to be Claude Furlan. We've seen that they have the ability to get up there if they just get 2 or 3 guys in that top line. Oh, is Brian Tarnowski going to be a lap car? Hopefully not going to cause any issues here. As maybe that's why Ballou got down. As good news for Brewster fans, he is out there. He did come out of the pit, served his penalty. He is going to get the lucky dog on the next caution. As this second, there's a couple different groups here. Let's take a look once we get back out of Leon. There we go. Couple different groups here working together. Here's the top. These guys getting a little bit spread out, but nothing too crazy. top line. Waldo, White, Allen, and Mack. As now somebody's going to try and move to the outside. Gabriel Lafreniere. It's Bawalda's race to move to lose right now. Come on, Ron Fitting. We're back to the lead. Ron Fitting. Who are we at? Where's Ron? Ron Fitting. Where's Ron? Oh, yeah, Ron Fitting. I don't know if he can right now. He's in that 50 machine. We saw this yesterday too. Drivers coming out, they're doing their laps like they're supposed to. Unfortunately, here at Atlanta, it's going to be trouble. I guarantee you it's going to be there. As they're too wide in front of them, you got to work by them. As that's, you know, we're here in the, it's right. You have to be able to maneuver around the lap cars. As they are trying to keep their laps. However, the 85 right now, David Swift, is about 3 laps down. So he's going to try and come out there and make something happen. But it does eliminate, because they've narrowed Atlanta down, it kind of eliminates that 3 wide racing if you have those lap cars in the way. So very dangerous place for lap cars to be here, but you know, you got to get in there and try and make your race improve your standing. There's no rule that says you can't be out there if you're meeting minimum speed. As yes, Zilla, if you have not watched the race last night, you are in for a treat. It was a great run. The A Lot Cleaner series over there. Tell you what, just because I love you guys. We're going to go ahead and give you guys just a quick replay of that race. You guys can hear it. We'll do that maybe when things are a little less heated up front. It's Von Bawalda, Ben and Allen now side by side here on lap 79 of 135. We'll show that replay of last night's race for you. As caution is out, Eugenio Alonso involved in another one with Steve Herring. See what's going on there. Oh, that was the 89. Steve Herring had no idea that there was a car up there. That was confusing. Yeah, 89, just no idea. What about the drinking situation? Any update? I'm not that guy, Zilla. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. I have a vague idea that the other broadcaster mentions drinking. Not drinking, like, I don't know, like frat boy drinking, but elegant drinking. I don't know specifically what you guys are talking about, but tell you what, everybody's coming down pit road. I can tell you that much right now. Pit lane busy. Spawala gonna come off pit lane. As always, be sure to hit that like button, folks. What that does is it tells the YouTube algorithm that people are watching, and not only are they watching because they have to, they're enjoying what they're seeing. So it gets this thing out in front of some more folks in the form of recommended videos and some different stuff like that. So be sure and hit them up. Hit that like button. If you're watching on the TV, pull your phone out, pull it out, and just hit that like button and then turn that sucker back off and watch back on your TV. Let's take a look. Take a look at, I want to show you guys kind of the call from last night. Yes, ask that guy if he needs a spotter. I don't think we have to ask him. Yeah, I don't do the whole drinking thing, and not because I just don't usually mess with it. As let's take a look here. I want to disconnect that. Come back and look at this call from last night. Of course, toot my own horn. That was yours truly there. Battling Andrew Jones. Chris Custer's not out of it yet, folks. If you're a Chris Custer fan, he's been around. 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks in the air. Logan Truitt still has the advantage. Matt White in second. Eugenio Alonso. Robert Nestor, and oh my gosh, there's a lap car. On the final lap, white flag is out. The 12, a lap car. Brandon Minto. Hopefully going to get out of the way, but here comes Joe Stafford, the top line forming up. No help. Broken up. Out pops Matt White. The block's not going to come fast enough. Logan Truitt's a sitting duck on the outside. Eugenio Alonso going to stick to his guns on the bottom as it's going to be a race to the finish here. Eugenio Alonso going down to the bottom. Give it to Logan Truitt. What a finish. Unofficial race results.
So we can check up.
So there you have it. As they're going to restart here.
Guys, we've asked so many times for you to not be any more than 3 car
There's
lengths.
Allen, Claude Ferdinand.
Over and over again, we just keep doing 5, 6 car lengths. So drive.
Claude did not come down. Well, if he did come down pit roads for a very short time, Shane Ballou. John Bawalda falling back.
Dude, not clear.
Oh, now someone, Gabriel Lafreniere is going to the pits. Unscheduled pit stop.
Oh, that's good to remember. I'll keep that in mind.
What the heck happened to Gabriel Lafreniere as he entered the pits? Not of his own volition, as gets a little bit of neck coated by the 15, and then pace car is going to get hit there. It's good to have fans. I appreciate you guys watching just for the sake of watching. It's great. I do love you guys coming in here talking to you. If you enjoyed that replay, you can go watch the whole race or just the highlights over there on our YouTube page. Speaking of right now, we have a lot of races going on. SEL Weekly Series streaming live over there in Phoenix. AARL, Truckers Feed America 200 live from Daytona. More Super Speedway action. But you're watching the most watched race of the night, the Jack Dowel Simulators and eSports Truck Series, Tuesday night truck race, Tuesday night NASCAR. So I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get a run through of all the people that have been called out to get watched. Of course,
I'm
Jacob
pretty
Zala
down, bro. I'm
is
trying,
very
but
unfortunate.
he's
He's
hurt.
just out here chugging along, involved in that issue earlier.
My steering's messed up, everything is
Jeff O'Rourke in that 5 machine, Integrity
Alright.
Farms
Okay, as long as you don't mind, I'm not too
South
fast.
Park machine, currently
You're
running
fast
in 5th position, 6th position now.
Go high.
Mark Brewster got the lucky dog. So now trying to stick in here, he's on the lead lap. Fellow Army veteran. A couple of those in here. I do appreciate all those who have served. Of course, not just on Memorial Day or Veterans Day. Appreciate you all the time, guys. Speaking of going through hard times, no matter who you are, but specifically hits home on those veterans, or somebody call it. Get yourself right. It is going to fulfill those ways. Good smell. Pistons, Ron Fitting. Shout out Ron Fitting, who's in 32nd position right now. He's trying to come out there from Sumter, South Carolina. Appreciate you, Zilla. And then Channing Ballou looking absolutely spiffy there in his tux from Pensacola, Florida, leading the race right now. He's up 8 positions. Chevy's top 5 all the way back. Hey, you guys might want to tick her up, huh? There you go. Apologize for that. God bless Chris Custer. Hey, he's not in this race now. Piston rods and dad bods. I want to focus more on Cole Custer. How about that? Appreciate the kind words. Getting a little sidetracked, but Channing Ballou and Jeremy Paris are working it right now, probably through some lap traffic. John Wilco, Jeff O'Rourke, Claude Furland, and pretty much the whole second group is playing second fiddle right now. They're going to have to work together because as these guys are weaving through those lap cars, see if Wilco's going to have as much of a time. They're really playing a factor, and we saw it last week. The same thing happened where these lap cars, it's not their fault. They've just got nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. So that's what does it there. As Jay make them listen, he's from Pensacola. You know, you'd see a lot more. They're all over the place. I'm in Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas. A lot of folks there. See a lot of 2.5 second gap as they're 3 wide for third on lap 93 of 135. 40 laps left to go in this thing, and they're racing like it's the last lap. As I believe the 62 was trying to get out of line because he was damaged. As though we are squirrely. Still squirrely. Sorry, folks. It's because of all the lap cars, my timing and scoring, the way it looks, it's based on position, not track position. So that's why I'm bouncing all over the place trying to find these places. While we do that, folks, hey, if you want to, shout out whereabouts you're at. I ain't asking for your zip code or nothing, but if you want to try and find some people in the chat, you can shout out where you're from. You're hearing my sweet voice from Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas specifically, the gem of this wonderful, wonderful state, the natural state. As we're going to run to a turn it up. You guys stick around.
Didn't give me any warning, just started struggling.
Coming back.
Yeah, both twice for all
Got a couple more. Pensacola, of course, started out.
It was,
Valparaiso,
on the
Indiana.
water, so didn't give me any
Ohio,
notification on my
New
dash.
York. Piston Rods and Dad Bod says he's teasing the broadcaster. Says Arkansas. I don't know. I know Arkansas is in the Sweet 16. Beating out
Leaders are
Kansas.
Right here, guys. Please stay high. Don't make any abrasive moves.
As
Rather
Channing Ballou and Jeremy Paris have put 10
They
seconds.
are running. It is your responsibility to find a way
10
around them. They can
seconds
run whatever line that they choose. So how about that?
on the rest of the field. Absolutely wild. Just to show you guys where the gap is a little bit better. Just working together. And then hitting lap traffic just right. That's the difference. As these guys are, as they're coming through, they're kind of picking up lap traffic in their orbits. They have the opportunity to be a little bit faster. I just have I could not tell you why the leaders are running 31.55s and this second group is 31.73s or 70s. It's just unbelievable the work that Ballou and Paris are doing. They're figuring out right now that if they work together, they have a better opportunity to both not have to worry about anyone else. Because, geez Louise, if this thing goes green for 30 laps, there's not going to be any contention. And that's a big if, folks. Hitting about 8 cautions so far. It's normal, but it is where we are here. As they're going to start getting into folks that are actually defending their position. Mark Brewster is about half a lap away. Let's take a look at the track map, see where everybody's at, especially these leaders in their position. Coming out of turn 4 at the very top, about to hit that red dot is the 1 machine. The 1, they're in first place. I don't know which one looks better. You know what? To heck with it. There we go.
67 thing this time, right?
And just to show you the gap, they've got about half a field or half a track on everybody else. Last came in lap 80. Don't think they're going to have to come in. But that is wild. Wild right now, the gap that they've had. Choosing to work together instead of race, and that's what's kind of happening up here. These drivers are racing. That's why they're slower, because they're kind of it's kind of counterintuitive. Because they're side by side, they're going to be running slower. Take a look at the last lap times there in the tower. A 10th makes a huge difference here. Up front, Channing and Jeremy. No way. We not only had Cole Custer in the race yesterday, folks. We had Chase Caber, Haley Deegan's boyfriend. Neato. So we had Cole Custer and Haley Deegan's boyfriend. Absolutely amazing. So many stars only here on Sim Racing Media. As we're watching the second group, let's go ahead and go run through a top 10 real quick, run through the field. Channing Ballou, Pensacola, Florida, is being pushed by Flowery Branch, the TK Tech Chevrolet Silverado. I don't know why I said it that way. Chevrolet. Jeremy Paris running second. Aaron Mack and John Else Bawalda, third and fourth. Bel Air, Maryland. It's either Maryland or Medical Doctor. Down here in the south, I don't really know which one's which. Rich Cheats up 23 positions in the 73 machine.
73.
John Wilco's from McAdoo.
Aaron, get from me.
Aaron Max in 8th. Jeff O'Rourke is there in 9th. Mark Brewster. Ooh, save it, Mark. Mark's going to come down pit road. Steve Herrings in 11th. Bennett Allen in 12th. Brian Tarnowski running in 3rd. Brendan Swift in 14th. And in 15th, it's going to be Sylvian Jolly. And then from here on out, Michael Eden is out. Chris Claude's still out there racing. A lot of drivers just trying to put down laps. We're going to see if they're going to need any fuel. Mark Brewster just came down the road. See if he's going to get fuel and right sides. Long stop there. That might be. Who is announcing? This is James Riles with Sim Racing Media. Doing it all tonight for Mr. Dave Regal. Running the buttons, doing the commentary, the cameras. Brewster says got some family in Northwest Arkansas. Hey, you know what? Northwest Arkansas is the place to be. I absolutely love it. Now you guys are supposed to comment, but you're distracting me. It's okay. I love it. Love to have somebody to talk to during these long green flags runs. Lap 114 of 135 here in the Jack Dowel Motorsports Tuesday night NASCAR Truck Series. Channing Ballou, the gap is shortening there. 7 seconds now between Jeremy Paris and John Bawalda. They finally got a strong leader up front there. He's going to take control, get everybody through. Don't know where we're going to look at in fuel. Matt White, Claude Furlan, Rich Cheat, all trying to figure it out. And because of that, I think your paint, God bless. You know, I tried to reframe my press. Mr. Burke, I can try one more time. So it's just, I don't know what's going on with this thing. Check my settings real quick too, make sure that's not a problem. Got height on car numbers, everything's good there.
Guy.
Stop, guys, to go high.
Well, thank you, Mr. Piston Rods and Dad Bods. Hopefully I can pick a name online as cool as yours. I am jealous. As again, there's another lap car. That is going to be the 73 of Mark Brewster. He just came out of the pits, so he actually has an opportunity here to pull them along. He's going to be on fresher tires. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make here, folks, because people have done a lot on some old tires. Specifically, Mr. Bawalda, the third, a fellow third. He is up to 5 seconds.
John Jacob,
the gap there. All it takes is a caution though, folks. Put this thing back into it. Ballou's going to be happy to ride behind Mark Brewster there, just to save on fuel. Well, if you're interested in us broadcasting in the league, or if you want to book me for a party, you let me know. I've never done one, but I'm fun at parties. But no, you can book us here at Sim Racing Media. Go ahead and check out our Facebook, or you can check out our website. It has all of our links, www.simracingmedia.com. We would love to have you guys over there. Check out Facebook, give that a follow, all that good stuff. And if you want to book us for your iRacing leagues, holler at us. We would love to work with you. Right now, we currently have 15 races a week, guys. Hardest working company in the business, one of the only LLCs in the business. Very proud of what we've done here. You know what? I don't think it would. Usually, oh, Chris. Yeah, if Chris Custer's here, maybe. I don't know who this Chris guy is. Because right now, folks, not too much racing. The second group we might focus on a little bit. Buwalda and Matt White finished. Matt White finished second in the race yesterday with the Xfinity Series. So he's out here pulling double, maybe triple duty. I've seen him in the truck series, in the Cup Series as well. He usually runs pretty well there. Build setups, if I'm not mistaken. But it's very possible that I am. I'm not good, but I'm slow. As Claude Furlan there, Rich Jet, John Wilco, Aaron Mack. Gonna be there. Jeff O'Rourke. Somebody was hollering Jeff O'Rourke earlier. Let's take a look at where he's at. Currently in 9th position. Take a look at the lap times. Him trying to Allen, 2022 champion. Trying to make his way up here. 14 laps left to go. Checkup. What was happening there? That's going to be between some lap cars. Right now, the more lap cars are kind of piling in here. That's going to make the end of the race interesting. Keep an eye on that black and that gray car of Jeremy Paris and Channing Ballou. That 73 of Mark Brewster is a lap car. The car behind him, the 85, as well as a lap car. Another battle to watch. Bennett Allen is now currently the lucky dog, if it were to come to it. And he is racing with Jeff O'Rourke there, who is on the lead lap. So keep an eye on this battle. Bennett Allen has got to do everything he can, to stay where he's at. And hope that the leaders do not catch Mr. O'Rourke, which right now they're not really in any danger of. He's half a lap up. But that's an important little bit of information. Lap traffic there. As the leaders have widened that gap out back to 8 seconds. 10 laps to go here at the Jack Dowel Motorsports Tuesday Night Truck Series. No, we don't. We don't need a caution. Don't be putting that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Tell you who wants a caution. That's John Buwalda. He's about 8 seconds back. Matt White, all those folks, they want a caution. Bennett Allen wants caution. I'm sure everybody else is ready to put it on the holler and get back to next week at Coda. I do believe the truck series is going to be off next week. They do follow the real life schedule, and if yep, they're going to be off. race.
Very well for that.
At Circuit of the Americas. All right, trucks are going to be on the road. That's going to be fun to watch. That's going to be fun to watch. Because it's definitely going to be interesting how these lap cars are going to work into factor here with 7 laps to go. Trying to keep our eyes on both sides of it. If you are watching, I do appreciate the heck out of you. Be sure to hit that like button. We appreciate that. Appreciate the likes and all that fun stuff. It helps out these drivers, get these sponsors out in front of some more folks. As lap cars behave and getting up out of the way, that's Brian Tarnowski. We've seen him go around a couple times. As the new Atlanta Motor Speedway, the racing has gotten very exciting near the end. These drivers definitely appreciative of that, especially last night. Like we said, we saw it. And can't wait for Mid-Ohio and Eldora, going to the real races and then racing on here a couple of days later. That should be fun. I love Eldora. I grew up watching the Prelude to the Dream. It's one of the only races I can, one of the earliest races I can remember being excited about. My dad was a dirt track racer. What I bought the service for was for dirt racing, and then kind of got dragged into all this. So there goes Mark Brewster, going to get up out of the way. He's going to let these two battle it out with 3 laps left to go. John Bawalda 10 seconds back. He's a non-factor, but he's still going to try and hold off for that podium. Channing Ballou, Jeremy Paris. Doesn't look like there's anyone out in front of him for now other than the 17th position of Lauren Jones, who's been staying up out of the way. The 42 and the 05, neither of them have any help, so it's going to be a battle of wits here. When does Ballou want to kind of, you'll see, I'm going to call it here. You're going to see Ballou about right when he gets the white flag. He's going to fall back a little bit. Kind of get that gap so that he can use the draft. And then out of 3 and 4, probably right in the entrance to 3 is when he's going to really gas this thing up. As we have the two laps to go, popsicle sticks in the air. They narrowed the track. That was huge because of what we saw. So here we go. White flag going to be rolling right now. Channing Ballou, Jeremy Paris trying to work their way through to a 1-2 finish. They've raced clean the whole time. 1 lap car going to be in the way. He's getting out of the way. Paris still up on that rear bumper. He's not going to have the run he wants. Coming out of 3 and 4, is he even going to pop out? There he goes. As the 42, Channing Ballou going to take the lead, but pop down under that. I don't know. They're not going to take that away from him for that because he didn't advance his position, but finishes strong there. Channing Ballou. Here comes Bawalda. That race finished.
That's the only thing, right? I appreciate it. Not the only thing. Good win, Channing. We got Channing and Jeremy and John Bawalda in the top 3. Instead of the Rock
Sorry about that there, 05. Not sure 5 up there. I thought we had a little bit of a 3-wide finish and he moved the upper 8.
As there goes the 42, gonna absolutely burn it down. Very well earned drift there. I tell you what, let's go. Get the drone on that 42 machine. So he's gonna work his way through. Ah! What a finish by that 42 machine. That Reaper Speed Labs. Looking absolutely fantastic there. We're gonna go ahead and speak to him. Zilla, the next stream, we've got streams all over the place. I tell you what. 7 days a week. You can head over to our website if you really want to find out. Or over our Facebook page or our YouTube. But moving away from that, let's go ahead and speak to our race winner, Channing Ballou. Channing, congratulations. Hopefully I was saying your name right the whole time.
Yes, sir. You got it.
There we go. So, Channing, great race. You brought Jeremy Paris with you. What were you thinking as that gap between second and third got wider and wider and wider in the relative?
Well, I mean, we knew the whole race. We had really good trucks. I mean, me and Jeremy are on the same team, and we knew if we could ever get in the lead, we didn't know how much we could pull away, but definitely didn't help everybody behind us that they had damaged trucks, and we kept ours clean all night. And that's ultimately what won us the race is we didn't get in any accidents or nothing like that. And when you got us two linked together, we were able to pull. If we if we didn't have to save fuel, it could have been wider, but I think we'll take 11 seconds on third.
Absolutely. Is that why you coasted the line? Did we run out of fuel there at the end?
Oh, I didn't coast through the line. I was just messing around, man. We had such a big gap. I mean, I ran out of fuel doing burnouts, but we had enough to only do one more lap, which is all that was needed tonight. Jeremy called it out early when he was pushing. He's like, "Hey, look, I'm showing that we're pretty close on fuel. You might want to start saving." I mean, we started saving in the middle of the run, and we're only going like 165 down the back, and we were still showing fast enough lap times to stay out front where they weren't catching us. And we had a point where we said if they got within 2 seconds, we would just go. And if it ran out of fuel, it ran out of fuel. But thankfully, we never got to that, and we got went green the whole last 55 laps, and the lappers were crazy. They were wild. It was exciting to get around them. They did good there at the end, though. They started going to the top and really giving us enough room. Yeah, I mean, it was incredible that these two trucks like that were so much better than the rest of the field. You got to thank everybody at Speed Clinic Racing that put a lot of work into this thing.
Absolutely. That was my next question. Who you got on the car and who you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to shout out also the main sponsor, ReaperSpeedLab.com. Go check them out. They build awesome setups in the open world. The RTP setups this year have been extremely fast. I'm doing really well. I'm in the top 70 so far, so try to keep that up. And then got to also thank Higgy's House of Power. They build flat cart for dirt oval go-kart engines. Higgy's a really good engine builder. I used him when I was growing up. Also got to thank Kale Gare Performance. They cover shock building and shock maintenance for any sort of car, asphalt or dirt. Kale's an incredible dude. Hit him up and get some of his shock work done.
Absolutely. Well, again, man, congratulations on the win, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, then now we're going to bring in our second place finisher, Jeremy Paris. Jeremy, congratulations on the second place finish.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So you're pushing there till the end. What were you thinking, knowing that no matter what, you had no help coming to the end because of that gap you pulled?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was going to be hard to make any kind of pass there, but we had we had pretty much made our game plan up to not get in a wreck, and what happened at the end happened at the end. So we were good either way. 1-2 finish for Speed Clinic's what we were after.
Absolutely. So, who's buying the beers tonight?
We were hoping you were, but it might be me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll buy the seltzers. How about
There
that,
you go.
Jeremy?
There you,
So,
that'll work.
so I know on my screen you're looking blank, but tell me who gets it done for you, who you want to shout out tonight.
We are blank, but we Speed Clinic Racing. We worked long and hard on this setup, and made it pretty good. So that's it. And Channing for leading the way there and letting me save fuel.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish and the 1 and 2 for the team. Hopefully, we'll talk to y'all again next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next, we're going to have our third place finisher and the third time I'm talking to him tonight, Mr. John Bawalda. Congratulations on the podium and getting to talk to me again.
Oh yeah, it was great. It's been a while since you and I have spoken outside of the broadcast. It was nice to be able to chat with you a bit tonight. So we've chatted a good bit tonight, I think.
Of course, you know what? We're getting it in. John, I know the gap was widening out. What was going on in that second group that caused that 10-second gap, and was there anything you could have done sooner?
When we took the restart, I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was on the outside line, and as I'm sure you saw, I was trying to hug the inside line as much as possible. Not really sure what happened. I have to go back and watch the replay. Somebody clipped my bumper, and my dirt racing experience kicked in. I was able to wheel it and get it back straight again, but lost a bunch of track position. Luckily I was able to link up with Mark Brewster on the track and help me draft back up to the front pack, and was able to get back up into the mix and everything, and able to secure a podium finish. I had another NitroRacing.com teammate help me maintain that third position, and it just all worked out. I feel like if we would have been able to, I was kind of hoping for a caution so we could stack them all up again and try and get a fair shot at it, but it didn't work out. I know I had something for him. If we had a green white checker, we would have been talking congratulating for the race as opposed to podium P3. But I'll take it. We had some good stage points. It was a good points night.
Absolutely. Good points tonight for sure. The playoff points definitely coming into play there. So, John, again, man, congratulations. And tell us who you got on the car and who you want to shout out tonight.
Well, I want to thank trackbookings.com for not just being on the truck, but also for putting the Jack Dowel Motorsports Simulator on their website. If you are anywhere on the East Coast and want to book JDM for an event, head over to trackbookings.com and schedule us. I want to give another shout out to Wicked Sim Racing for Mental Health. I don't know if you are aware. I think I mentioned it. I'm a veteran, and mental health is a huge thing that is. That's why I got into sim racing, was to help deal with my mental health, and they've got a lot of good things in the works. A lot cleaner. Tony Burt, who runs in the truck series with JDM as well, he's been, is my single biggest sponsor, and also become a great friend. Also, sponsors the Monday Night Xfinity Series. NitroRacing.com. I mean, they are the reason why I'm able to get this podium finish tonight. And iRacing iFlags for the amazing spotter feature that they had. Make sure that I was clear, and maybe I should have been keeping a little bit of a sharper eye and may not clip that guy. But their flag features and spotter features are phenomenal. And I guess that's everybody.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations. I know we got a lot of sponsors, and we love to hear from them. And guys in the chat, check those people out. It's absolutely amazing what John has been able to do there with those machines. But John, again, man, congratulations, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Again, yeah, absolutely. And thank you for everything you guys have done as well. Appreciate your involvement into being able to make this a special event the way that I think this is. So thank you, Sim Racing Media, as well.
We appreciate it, John. Good luck.
Have a good night.
So there you go, folks. That's going to do it for us. We're going to go ahead and go through our overall race results here. Of course, in first place, going to be that Channing Blue, Jeremy Perez, John Espawalda rounding out your top three. Cod Furland, Rich Jet, Matt White, Aaron Mack, and John Wilco, followed by Jeff O'Rourke in that ninth position. Going to be the last drivers to finish on the lead lap. Followed by Bennett Allen in that tin machine. The 11 is going to be Mark Brewster. 12 is Steve Herring, Brian Tarnowski, David Swith, Sylvian Jolly, Chris Claude, Lauren Jones, and then from here on out, this is the Bad Luck Squad. We've got Dan Morgan, Michael Eden, Stoney Benefield, Bob Nestor, Gabriel Lafreniere, Jacob Zala, Eugenio Alonso, Ron Fitting, Brandon Minto, Tony Burt, and Brandon Loomis. Finn Robinson, Jared Phillips, Matt Macon, John Crow, and Alexander Gingler gonna finish out without starting. Folks, appreciate the heck out of you for watching. As always, hopefully we'll talk to you next week.